Some maps we love, some maps we hate. Some maps are beautiful, some maps are simply ugly. Welcome to Rome Total War Top 5 Custom Maps in Game, excluding sieges. This video will go through not only my opinions, but also yours, taking almost everything into consideration. Let's go. So I want to start this video off with an honourable mention. Silicon Hills. As you can see, both teams start on a slope. What I like, well, it is very clear, it is very simple, and it looks kind of good. If players want to mess around with the AI, then they can just set up a hill defense on this map, and it works great. What I don't like, well, imagine this in a multiplayer 1v1. No player will move, as each will just camp on their side of the hill, which is why it didn't make it onto this list. It wouldn't work in multiplayer, I don't think. In 5th place, we have a map that kind of reminds me of trench warfare. Thracian Foothills. This map looks incredibly interesting with the small bits of highland and then sudden slopes. It forces the player to try and avoid those ditches, but it doesn't block them 100%, so in certain situations the player may be forced to venture down into some of those pits. That's what I like about it. Just a good, interesting map that looks kind of balanced. Thracian Foothills. Number 4. Okay, one of you said this on YouTube that you like Teutoburg Forest. Hope I pronounced that right. Although that forest isn't exactly in the map, but there's a Germanic forest, and I'm assuming that's the one that it means. Now, I know what you're thinking. MELKOR, I thought you hate forest battles, and that's right, I do. But this is something different. This is a very clear and flat map, and the trees are on either end, allowing for them to be used for cover strategically, yet not blocking the map entirely, so it's still fun to watch. I agree with Imperasol here, commenting on Discord, that forests are annoying, but this is a map that, in my opinion, does it correctly. This map is just hilarious to look at. Number 3, Summation Mound. This massive lump in the middle is just brilliant. I like this map because of how unique it is. The mound can be used for strategic purposes, and the winner, most often, is decided by the player to control the mound. Overall, an interesting map, which just makes me laugh every time I see it. Summation Mound. Before we get into the top 2 spots, which are, you probably know what they are, I have one more honourable mention. Southwater. An odd map, not really that balanced, however I like it due to how the building in the middle works with this map, and how players can use it for cover. It didn't make it onto this list, but I like it, and I just wanted to say it. In 2nd place, bridge battles. Any bridge map will do. I love bridges in Total War games, especially the earlier ones. That one narrow choke point that allows you to get an easy win over your enemies. Just brilliant. Or it can get you an easy loss if you're the one facing it. It works both ways. It's fun to play around against with the AI, fun to test stuff, and if, like me or this guy here, you like a bit of genocide, then just throw a phalanx unit in there and enjoy. However, this map, it's not that balanced and not great for multiplayer. That is why it did not make it on 1st place on this list, and yes, what makes it good is that it's not balanced, but sadly, because it's not balanced, it doesn't make it on 1st place and can't be used on multiplayer. In 1st place, the winner, the flat maps. Flat maps are perfect spots to solve disputes or any form of argument. No advantages on either side, perfectly balanced. Perfect for testing units and stuff out. Perfect for videos, in particular some AI onlys. Every Total War needs a map like this, and it's definitely a shame to see some new titles and even mods as well not released with a flat map to allow players to test. It's the one thing that I always request, a flat map. Even all of you seemed to agree with me here as well. I got several comments in favour of the flat maps, just the grassy plains or the desert one, and I think there's a snow one as well on Rome Total War. It can get boring after a few games, I do agree, but it's so perfectly balanced and clear looking that it will always get the top of my list in any top 5 maps. So there we have it now. Now, sadly, there weren't too many opinions with this one, as in Discord and YouTube comments. As Imperasol on Discord points out, the names of many of these maps are unknown. However, at times we may play them, we just don't know their names. Hope you enjoyed. Next week's will be top 5 disappointments in Total War. I can think of quite a few already. Please list one opinion down below or in my Discord top 5 section once it's announced. And it can be anything to do with a unit that didn't look right or had bad stats, to an entire game which was just a big letdown from the start. Hope to see you there. Please subscribe for more. If you want to help me out, then please share with a friend also, as that does help me grow and makes more of these possible. Thank you, and goodbye.